This man loves you so much, but he has another woman who. Stop right here. Don't move your finger. Don't even blink, because the exact second you open this message, something he has been hiding finally begins to tremble. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a man who loves you so deeply that even your silence shakes him. He thinks about you before he sleeps, and he thinks about you the moment he wakes up. But behind that love, behind those longing eyes, there is a truth he has been terrified to reveal. Because there is another woman connected to him, not the way you think, not the way it seems, but in a way that has been controlling his decisions, his emotions, and even the courage he needs to come toward you. And today, for the first time, that truth is about to surface. Listen carefully. This woman isn't someone he chose. She is someone who chose him when he was at his weakest. She holds a part of his past he's ashamed of, a part he thinks you will run away from if you ever discover it. And the reason he hasn't stepped fully toward you isn't because he doesn't love you, it's because he fears losing you more than he fears staying stuck. Don't skip, because what you're about to hear next will shock you. This other woman, she has no place in his heart. None. But she has had a place in his circumstances, his responsibilities, his guilt. And that grip is the only thing stopping him from giving you the love he dreams of giving. Stay till the end. Because the moment you're watching this, he is finally realizing something powerful. He can't keep living between a past that suffocates him and a future that calls his name, your name. Something huge is shifting. The connection he feels with you is breaking every fear he had. And the woman who once held control over his life, she is losing that control as you listen to these words. You were never the problem. You were the miracle he didn't know how to protect. And now, he is preparing to make a choice he should have made long ago, a choice that leads straight to you. Don't skip. Stay. The real reveal is coming in the next part. Wait, before you breathe, hear this line clearly. Everything you assumed about that other woman is about to flip upside down. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. She isn't his lover, she's his shadow. A reminder of who he used to be, not who he is now. She holds secrets from his life that he's been trying to escape, and every time he tries to move toward you, she uses those secrets to pull him back. Not because she wants him, but because she doesn't want him to be happy somewhere else. She knows he loves you. She knows he feels alive with you. And that is exactly why she clings to him like a chain he cannot cut by himself. Here's the part no one told you. The more he tries to distance himself from her, the more she tightens her grip, afraid that once he chooses you, she will disappear from his life permanently. And today, at this very moment, something inside him is snapping awake. He's tired. Tired of sacrificing his peace. Tired of living in guilt. Tired of pretending he doesn't feel what he feels for you. So he has finally reached that point, the breaking point, where a man stops running from his truth and starts running towards it. Don't skip. Stay. Because this is the moment his life begins to rearrange itself around you. Before I continue, if you want the next part, make sure you share this, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe, because the next reveal is too big to miss. Now listen closely, he is preparing for a conversation that will change everything. A conversation that frees him from her hold. A conversation that brings him closer to you than he has ever dared to come. And whether you believe it or not, your name, your presence, your energy is the force giving him the strength to do what he should have done long ago. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The truth is about to get even deeper. Listen, this next part is the moment everything starts making sense, so don't even think of skipping. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. That man, the one who loves you more than he knows how to admit, has reached a point where the weight of his silence is heavier than the truth he has been hiding. And today, for the first time, he's imagining a life where he stops protecting the wrong person and starts choosing the right one. You. But here's the twist that will shock you. The other woman, she senses this shift. She can feel you in his energy, in his conversation patterns, in the way he looks at his phone as if your name might appear. She feels threatened because he has never looked at her the way he looks at you, with depth, passion, and something she could never control, genuine love. Now wait. The reason he hasn't told you the full truth isn't because he wants to deceive you. It's because he was afraid you would walk away the moment you discovered that someone else had history with him. What he forgot is this: history doesn't beat destiny. And you, unknowingly, are his destiny. That's why his mind keeps returning to you even when he tries to forget. That's why his heart reacts to your absence more than it reacts to her presence. And that's why, right now, he's preparing to break the final tie that has kept him trapped for so long. Don't skip. Stay. This is the turning point. But here's the part that will leave you stunned. He's not choosing you because he's lonely. He's not choosing you because he needs comfort. He's choosing you because he finally realized the truth: you are the only person who makes him feel like himself. The only person he could imagine a real future with. The only person whose love doesn't feel forced, threatened, or desperate. Your connection is the one thing he refuses to lose, and that's exactly why he's about to make the boldest move of his life. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next part reveals the moment everything changes. Before you blink, hear this. The moment you're watching right now is the exact moment his truth is collapsing on him. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. He has finally realized that the woman from his past was never his future. She was a chapter he kept rereading out of guilt, fear, and obligation. But you are the chapter he can't stop imagining, the one he wants to write with his own hands. And yesterday, something happened that shook him deeply. She confronted him, sensing he was slipping away. She accused him of changing, of hiding something. She even asked if he met someone who made him different. And he didn't deny it. For the first time, he stood silently, refusing to lie, refusing to pretend, refusing to protect a story that isn't his anymore. That silence revealed everything. And that silence is the reason you are the person on his mind right now, more than ever before. But wait. Before I reveal the next shocking part, make sure you share this, comment your thoughts, and subscribe, because what comes next is too big to miss. Now listen closely. After that confrontation, He walked away with one decision burning in his chest: he can't keep living a double life between a past that drains him and a future that fuels him. He knows he has been unfair to you, keeping you in the dark while he figured out his own battles. But he also knows this: losing you would be the biggest mistake of his life. And that fear, not of her, not of judgment, but of losing you, is what's pushing him to finally break free. Don't skip. Stay. Something massive is about to unfold. Here's the part that will leave you breathless. He is preparing to tell you everything. No filters. No excuses. No hiding. His heart has already chosen you, the woman who brings him peace, clarity, and direction. And that other woman? She can feel the distance growing, the emotional cord snapping, the connection fading into nothing. Because love doesn't lie, and his love has already walked toward you. The next part will reveal what he does next, and it will change everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Hold on, this next line will shake you, so don't even think of skipping right now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. After walking away from that confrontation, he didn't go home. He didn't go to his friends. He didn't go anywhere familiar. He sat alone, replaying every moment he has ever shared with you, every smile, every conversation, every silence that felt louder than words. And for the first time, he admitted something he never had the courage to say out loud: I love her, and I can't lose her. That confession, whispered only to himself, was the moment the bond with the other woman finally cracked. Because the truth he kept suppressing has become stronger than the fear that kept him trapped. Don't skip. You need to hear what comes next. Something unbelievable happened next. He realized that the woman from his past wasn't holding him anymore, he was holding himself. Fear of judgment, fear of change, fear of hurting someone he no longer loved, all of it had kept him stuck in a life that didn't reflect his heart anymore. But your presence, became the push he needed to break the cycle. The love he feels for you is not just emotional, it's transformational. It's the kind of love that forces a man to grow, to confront his past, to choose better for his future. And that's why he's ready now, ready to face every consequence if it means he can finally walk toward you with honesty. Don't skip. Stay. This moment is life-changing. Now listen closely. He is preparing to close that chapter forever. Not with confusion. Not with hesitation. But with a clarity he has never felt before. He knows the other woman will react, she will question, she will demand answers, but for the first time, he doesn't care. He's choosing peace over pressure. He's choosing truth over guilt. And he's choosing you over everything he fears losing. What happens next will determine everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next part reveals the moment he steps toward you. Listen carefully, because what just happened will change the entire direction of this story. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right when he gathered the courage to break free, the other woman sensed something was slipping beyond her control. She reached out to him, not with love, not with care, but with panic. She reminded him of old promises, old memories, old responsibilities he never asked for. She tried to guilt-trip him, to pull him back into the same emotional cage he has been trapped in for years. But this time, he didn't react. He didn't reply immediately. He didn't rush to fix anything. He just sat there quietly, letting those messages sit on his screen like ghosts from a life he no longer wanted. And that silence? It was the first real act of freedom he has taken in a long time. But wait, here's the part you must hear. While she was fighting to keep him, his heart was fighting to reach you. He kept thinking about how he has treated you, the confusion, the distance, the hesitations. He felt guilty, not because he owed that other woman anything, but because he realized he owed you clarity, honesty, effort. And for the first time, instead of worrying about how she would feel, he was thinking about how you would feel if he showed up with the truth. That shift in his heart, that quiet turning point, is what changes everything. Don't skip. Stay. Because the next part reveals a moment he has been preparing for silently. Now breathe. Because something he never expected just happened. He reached a decision, the kind of decision that only a man who is truly in love makes. A decision to end every tie that drains him and protect the one person who brings him peace, you. The other woman is starting to realize she has already lost him emotionally, and that realization is slowly breaking her grip. Meanwhile, he is slowly finding the strength to walk toward you with a truth he can no longer hide. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next part is where everything starts to unfold face to face. Wait, don't scroll. The moment you're about to hear is the one everything has been building toward. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Late last night, after hours of sitting in silence, he finally typed a message, not to the other woman, but to you. He didn't send it yet, but he wrote it with shaking hands. It wasn't long, it wasn't dramatic, it wasn't poetic. It was honest. He wrote, "I need to talk to you. There's something I should have told you earlier." His heart was racing as he stared at those words. Because he knew, sending that message means everything changes. It means the truth he's been avoiding will finally come out. It means the chapter he's scared to open will finally begin. And it means you will finally know how much he truly loves you. Don't skip. Stay. What happens next will surprise you. Here's where the real twist appears. Just when he was about to hit send, the other woman called him, again. Not out of love, but out of fear. She sensed he was slipping away completely. Her voice shook, her words cracked, and for the first time, he didn't feel responsible for holding her together. Instead, he felt responsible for being honest with you. That shift inside him was powerful, the kind of shift that happens only when a man realizes he's been living in the wrong direction. He let the phone ring. He didn't pick up. And that single moment of refusal, that simple no, was the final break in the chain she held around him. Don't skip. Stay. The next part of his decision will leave you stunned. Now listen closely. After ignoring the call, he saved the message he wrote for you. Not deleted, saved. Because he wants to say it face to face, not through a screen. He wants you to hear the truth in his voice, not in a text. He wants you to feel the sincerity he has been hiding behind silence. And he wants to look at you without fear, without guilt, without confusion, just honesty. Something huge is coming. Something life-changing. And in the next part, you'll see the moment he finally steps toward you with the truth he has been carrying for far too long. Don't skip. Stay till the end, hold on, don't blink. What he did next will make your heart stop for a second. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. After saving that message, he stood up, walked outside, and took a breath he felt he hadn't taken in years. For the first time, the world around him felt clear, not because everything was perfect, but because he finally knew what he wanted. And what he wanted was you. He replayed every moment he shared with you in his mind, every time your presence made him feel understood without any explanation. And in that clarity, he realized something powerful. The woman from his past never made him feel this alive. She made him feel trapped. But you made him feel like he had a future worth fighting for. Don't skip. Stay. This moment is the real turning point. Then something unexpected happened. He opened his phone again, not to message you, but to block the other woman. Not out of anger. Not out of revenge. But out of peace. He finally accepted that he can't build anything real while holding onto something that was never meant to stay. The moment he hit block, a weight dropped from his chest, almost like a part of his past dissolved instantly. And do you know what the first thought that hit him was? I hope she doesn't think I'm choosing her too late. He's scared, not of losing the other woman, but of losing you. His heart is moving faster than his courage, but his intentions are finally pure, clear, and aligned. Don't skip. Stay. The next few seconds matter more than you think. Now listen closely. He knows he can't show up to you with half-truths, broken pieces, or confusion. So he's preparing himself, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to come toward you with honesty. He's rehearsing what he's going to say. He's imagining your reaction. He's praying you'll give him a chance to explain things the right way. And somewhere deep inside, he knows this time, he's not going to run. Something huge is about to happen. Something he has never done before. Something that brings him one step closer to you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next part reveals the moment he finally comes toward you. Wait, don't move. What's about to unfold is the closest he has ever come to choosing you openly. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. After blocking her, he felt a calm he didn't recognize, a calm that comes only when a man finally stops running from his truth. He walked back inside, sat down, and whispered to himself, "It's time. Time to be honest. Time to take responsibility. Time to show you the side of him he has kept hidden for far too long." And with that decision, he opened his phone again, not to message you, but to scroll through your photos, your texts, your smile. Each one reminded him why his heart chose you long before he had the courage to act. Don't skip. What comes next is the biggest shift yet. Here's the moment that will shock you. As he looked at your picture, something inside him cracked, not in a painful way, but in a way that felt like awakening. He realized that the love he feels for you isn't something he can pause, bury, or ignore anymore. It's real. It's alive. And it's stronger than any fear he has tried to hide behind. He whispered your name under his breath as if saying it made everything inside him align. For the first time, he imagined a life where he chooses you fully. Without secrets, without hesitation, without the shadows of his past draining his light. And instead of resisting that vision, he embraced it. Don't skip. Stay. Because what he does next is something he has never dared to do before. Now hear this carefully. He picked up his keys. Not to run away. Not to escape. But to come closer. He wants to see you, not by accident, not by coincidence, but intentionally. He wants to show you that he's ready to change, ready to confess, ready to put everything on the line. He's rehearsing what he'll say, not to impress you, but to finally give you the truth you deserved from the beginning. His heartbeat is racing, his mind is spinning, and yet, he feels more certain than ever. Something massive is coming. Something that brings him directly toward you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next part reveals the moment he finally reaches your door. Don't blink. What he's doing right now is the boldest move he has ever made for anyone. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. He stepped out of his house with his keys in hand and a truth burning in his chest. Every step he took felt heavy, not because he doubted you, but because he doubted himself. He kept wondering, will she understand? Will she believe me? Will she think I'm too late? But even with all those fears screaming inside him, something stronger whispered back. Go. And he listened. He walked, not as the confused man you once knew, but as someone who finally knew what, and who, he wanted. And with every step toward you, he felt his past fading like a shadow behind him. Don't skip. What happens next will take you by surprise. Here's the part that will leave you breathless. Halfway there, he stopped. Not because he changed his mind, but because he needed one more moment to prepare himself. He leaned against a wall, closed his eyes, and breathed deeply. He replayed your voice in his mind, the softness, the strength, the warmth. And suddenly, that fear melted. Because he realized something life-changing. You were never the problem. You were the reason he found the courage to break free. And that gave him strength he didn't know he had. He straightened up, held his phone, and whispered, I hope she lets me explain. Don't skip. Stay. This next moment is the one you've been waiting for. Now listen carefully. He finally reached the place he knew he had to be, close enough that one more step would bring him face to face with everything he's been avoiding. He stood there, staring at the door, feeling every emotion at once, fear, hope, love, guilt, longing. His hand trembled as he lifted it, not to knock yet, but to steady himself. Because he knows that once he speaks, nothing will ever be the same again. And still, he's ready. More ready than he has ever been in his life. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next part reveals the moment he finally knocks. Don't move, This is the moment everything he's been holding inside finally reaches the edge. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. He stood in front of that door with his heart thundering in his chest. His fingers hovered just inches away, trembling, not from fear of the truth, but from fear of losing you before he even gets to speak. He whispered your name under his breath, almost like a prayer, almost like a reminder of why he was there in the first place. Then, he closed his eyes and took a deep breath, the deepest one he's taken in a long time. Because he knew. The moment he knocks, the moment you look at him, all the walls he hid behind would collapse. No turning back. No excuses. No more silence. Don't skip. Stay. This next part changes everything. Here's what will shock you. Just as he prepared to knock, his phone buzzed. For a split second, his heart froze. He thought it might be the other woman again. But when he looked down, it wasn't her. It was you. You messaged at the exact second he reached your door. A simple message. Not long, not emotional, not dramatic. You wrote, "Are you okay?" That single line hit him harder than any conversation he's had in months. It reminded him why he chose you. Why he walked away from his past. Why he fought every fear to stand right there in front of your door. Because even without knowing his chaos, you cared. Even without understanding his silence, you sensed something. And that message gave him the final push he needed. Don't skip. Stay. What happens next will leave you speechless. Now listen closely. He looked at your message, then looked at your door, and something inside him snapped into place. Courage. Pure, unfiltered courage. He lifted his hand again, this time steady, this time sure, and finally, he knocked. One clear, firm knock that carried every emotion he has been hiding, his regret, his love, his fear, his honesty, his hope. And the moment that knock echoed, he felt it. This is the moment where his past ends, and his truth begins. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next part reveals your reaction when you open the door. Don't blink, because the moment you open that door is the moment his entire life shifts. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When you heard the knock, you paused. Not because you expected him, not because you were prepared, but because something in your intuition whispered, "This is different." You walked toward the door slowly, feeling your heartbeat pick up with every step. And before touching the handle, you stopped for a second, almost sensing the weight on the other side. You opened the door gently, not wide, not rushed, just enough to see him standing there, breathless, nervous, and real in a way he's never been before. His eyes met yours, and for the first time, he didn't look away. Don't skip. This moment is powerful. Here's what will take your breath away. The second he saw you, everything he rehearsed vanished. Every line, every explanation, every speech he practiced, gone. Instead, he stood there silently, his eyes saying everything his lips couldn't. You could feel the heaviness in him, the regret, the longing, the fear, the hope, all of it mixing in the way he looked at you. He whispered your name softly, almost breaking on the last syllable. You didn't say anything at first. You didn't need to. Your silence told him that this moment mattered, that he should choose his next words carefully, that he finally had a chance to be honest. Don't skip. Stay. What he says next will change everything. Now listen closely. He took one step closer, not invading your space, but showing you that he wasn't going to run again. His voice cracked a little as he finally spoke. I should have told you everything earlier. But I'm here now, and I'm not hiding anymore. Those words weren't perfect. They weren't polished. But they were real, painfully, beautifully real. In that moment, you could feel it, he wasn't the confused man you once knew. He was someone who finally chose truth over fear, and chose you over the woman who once held him back. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next part reveals the confession he has been carrying in his heart for far too long. Don't move, because what he's about to confess is the truth he has been terrified to say out loud. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. After he said he wasn't hiding anymore, he looked down for a moment, gathering every broken piece of courage left inside him. When he finally lifted his eyes, they were different, clearer, softer, full of a truth that had been trapped inside him for months. His voice was low, almost shaking, as he said, "There was someone, not someone I loved, someone from my past who kept pulling me back. I didn't know how to free myself without hurting her. And in trying not to hurt anyone, I ended up hurting myself, and you." He paused, afraid of your reaction. But he continued, because walking away again wasn't an option anymore. Don't skip. Stay. This is the moment everything he hid becomes visible. Then came the part he feared the most. He exhaled deeply, like he was releasing years of pressure from his chest. I was scared, scared you'd see my past and think I didn't deserve you. Scared you'd think she meant something I never felt. Scared you'd walk away before I could tell you the truth. His voice cracked, not from weakness, but from honesty. But I blocked her. I ended it. Not because I'm trying to choose what's easy, but because choosing you feels right, even if it scares me. When he said that, his eyes softened in a way that wasn't dramatic, it was real. The kind of real that only happens when someone stops fighting their own heart. Don't skip. Stay. What he admits next will shift everything inside you. Now listen closely. He took a slow breath, stepped half an inch closer, and finally let the truth slip out, the truth that had been burning inside him, the truth that brought him to your door. I love you. I've loved you longer than I've admitted. And I'm here because I don't want to lose you, not now, not ever. Those words weren't loud. They didn't need to be. They carried weight, honesty, and a kind of vulnerability he never allowed himself to feel before. In that moment, everything around you felt still, because what he confessed wasn't just love, it was choice. It was clarity. It was freedom. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next part reveals your reaction to his confession, and what it means for both of you. Don't scroll, because what you do next is the moment his entire world hangs on. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When he said, "I love you. I don't want to lose you," the air between you shifted. He looked at you with a fear he tried so hard to hide, the fear of being rejected after finally telling the truth. For a moment, you didn't speak. You just stood there, processing everything he had confessed, the other woman, his guilt, his fear, his love, his decision to end it all for you. Your silence made his heartbeat race. He swallowed hard, afraid you might close the door, afraid you might say he was too late. But then, something in your eyes softened. Not fully. Not instantly. But enough for him to breathe again. Don't skip. This moment matters more than anything before. Here's what will leave him completely stunned. You finally looked at him, really looked at him, and you saw not the man who hid things, but the man who showed up. The man who chose truth over comfort. The man who chose you over his past. You could feel his sincerity, the weight he carried, the breaking he went through to stand in front of you this way. You didn't rush into forgiveness. You didn't throw yourself into his arms. Instead, you asked the one question he feared and hoped for at the same time. Why now? Your voice wasn't angry. It wasn't soft either. It was honest, the kind of tone that demands truth, not excuses. And that question hit him deeper than anything. Because, now, wasn't random. Now, wasn't convenient. Now was the moment he finally realized he couldn't imagine a life where he didn't try for you. Don't skip. Stay. His answer will reveal everything. Don't scroll, because what happens in the next few seconds is the beginning of everything he's been praying for. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When you stepped aside, just enough to let him enter your space, your world, your truth, he froze for a moment. Not because he was unsure, but because he felt the weight of that gesture. It wasn't forgiveness, it was possibility. It wasn't surrender, it was trust being rebuilt one tiny step at a time. He walked in slowly, respectfully, almost afraid to breathe too loudly. And as the door closed behind the two of you, the silence wrapped around you like a new beginning he never thought he'd be allowed to have. Don't skip. This moment matters more than anything so far. Here's what will shake him to his core. You didn't rush into conversation. You didn't jump into emotions. You simply sat down, calm, steady, composed, and he followed. He sat across from you, not too close, not too far, just enough for you to feel his sincerity without feeling overwhelmed. His hands rested on his knees, his gaze lifted to meet yours, and for the first time, he spoke with a softness you had never seen in him before. Thank you, for not shutting me out. Those words weren't dramatic. They weren't scripted. They were real. The kind of real that comes from a man who knows he almost lost something irreplaceable. He looked at you with eyes that carried both fear and hope, fear of messing this up again, hope that he finally has a chance to make things right. Don't skip. Stay. What you say next will define the direction of your story. Now listen closely. You didn't melt. You didn't break. You didn't make it easy for him. Instead, you gave him the truth he needed to hear. If you want to stay, stay with honesty. Not half-truths. Not confusion. not the past following you. Your voice was calm but firm, the kind of firmness that comes from self-respect. And in that moment, he nodded slowly, deeply, understanding everything without needing more explanation. "I'm here to stay," he said quietly. Not as a promise made out of desperation, but as a decision he made with a clear heart. A decision he was ready to prove, not just say. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next part reveals the moment he shows you, through actions and not words, that this time, he means every single thing he said. Don't blink, because what he does next isn't talk, it's action, and action never lies. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. After he said, "I'm here to stay," the room grew quiet again, but this time, the silence wasn't tense. It was honest. He leaned back slightly, breathing in a way that felt like relief and responsibility at the same time. Then he did something you didn't expect at all. He reached into his pocket, pulled out his phone, placed it on the table between you both, and slid it toward you. Not unlocked out of pressure. Not out of desperation. But out of transparency. "I want you to know there's nothing left I'm hiding." Those words were soft, but they hit heavier than everything he had said before. Because giving you that phone wasn't about the phone, it was about trust. It was about proving, through action, that he was done with secrets, done with fears, done with anything that could make you doubt him again. Don't skip. Stay. What happens next will surprise you. Here's what makes the moment even deeper. You didn't touch the phone. You didn't scroll. You didn't check anything. Instead, you looked at him, really looked, and he saw in your eyes that you weren't interested in proof. You were interested in change. And he understood that instantly. So he continued, his voice steady and low. "I'm not asking you to trust me immediately. I know I have to earn that. I know I have to show you who I am now, not who I've been." His shoulders relaxed a little, his gaze softened, and his words carried a sincerity he never expressed before. "If you want space, I'll give it. If you want clarity, I'll give it. If you want consistency, I'll show it every day." This time, he wasn't rushing. He wasn't pushing. He wasn't trying to fix everything in one moment. He was simply showing up, the way you always deserved. Don't skip. Stay. Something even more powerful is about to unfold. Now listen closely. You leaned back, absorbing everything he said, and for the first time since he arrived, your expression softened, not with instant forgiveness, but with quiet acceptance. And that tiny shift in your face, he felt it deeply. He reached forward slightly, not touching you, not crossing boundaries, just making his intention clear. "Tell me what you need, and I'll meet you there." Not, "I'll try." Not, "I'll explain." Not, "I'll fix everything today." But, "I'll meet you there." The kind of promise that comes from maturity, not panic. And in that moment, you realized something important. This wasn't the same man who hid, hesitated, or ran. This was someone rebuilding himself in front of you, piece by piece. Because he finally understood your worth. Don't skip. Stay till the end, The next part reveals the moment that confirms whether you let this new beginning take its first real step. Don't scroll, because what happens now is the moment the new chapter truly begins to take shape. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When he said, "Tell me what you need, and I'll meet you there," something shifted inside the room. A quiet, steady shift that felt like the world finally exhaling. You could see it in his posture, in the softness of his eyes, in the way he wasn't trying to convince you, he was trying to understand you. He wasn't begging, he wasn't rushing, he was present. Really present. For the first time, you felt him listening with his entire heart instead of just his words. And that presence alone softened something in you, something you didn't even realize had become hard. You took a slow breath and finally spoke, not loudly, not emotionally, but clearly. "I need consistency. I need honesty. And I need to feel safe with you." Those words weren't demands. They were truth. And he absorbed every syllable like they were instructions to rebuild something sacred.